Hi, I'm Chuck the Movie Guy, and welcome to Movie Reviews and Previews. Behind me, Old Faithful is erupting. I'm in Yellowstone National Park for the Sony Pictures film 2012. We're going to take a look at the movie and talk to the stars of this Roland Emmerich film. With warm-ups like Grosse Point Blank, Con Air, and especially now this movie, could you be now the new Mr. Action?
I don't know.
Yeah? How's it different on a set of an action movie versus, stuff that...
It's the same thing. I've done a lot of action in movies before, and it just has to do with you're still just doing scenes.
You just approach it the same way, just typical.
Yeah, you're just physical. Yeah.
Well, now because of this movie, and you're the expert, what is the preferred vehicle for driving away from a disaster or transportation?
I would say plane.
Plane? Yeah. Always your best bet?
Always your best bet would be a plane when the earth is crumbling before you.
Except you hopefully have a place to land, though.
Well, you deal with
always,
that later.
Yeah.
That's
as long as you're in the air, you're fine.
That's a problem for later.
Tell me about these shaky floors, these moving sets that they did. What is that all about?
Well, it's to simulate an earthquake. And they built this entire city block on a street and put it all on a gimbal, which is this high pressurized machine that is supposed to, move whatever.
Yeah, so you're standing on it and it's actually moving,
something.
So there's no acting required.
No, you're being thrown around the set. Yeah.
Now, it's stuff like nothing is nailed down. It's just,
no, stuff's nailed down. It's just it goes.
Yeah. And you also, this is your first time working in a water tank, right? I would imagine. I don't recall.
No, I've done stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've done water stuff. Yeah.
Has it gotten any better?
Yeah. These guys, had it was a big movie in Sony, and Roland's been very successful, so it was kind of a first-class operation. So the tank was clean, and it was, all the safety precautions.
See, I never thought about a clean tank. I'm always thinking about you're working and it's cold, and then when you get done, do you have dryers and things for you, or people to?
Yeah, but it's not so bad,
Yeah. Talk about Woody Harrelson, kind of an outrageous, over-the-top kind of a character in here. Versus your, complete contrast to what your character was doing. How's that working with him in that situation?
Oh, I loved working with Woody. We did a movie with him, Thin Red Line, and we were both in it, but we were sort of ships in the night passing. We never had scenes, so this one we finally had some scenes to do together, and we had a really good time.
Is it easier when you approach an actor on your call sheet when you see it's somebody that you've worked with before, like a man, that or you're comfortable with, or?
Yeah, that's always easier when you know someone.
Yeah,
it's always fun.
Yeah. How about when, in your mind, I'm sure they showed you storyboards or what you're supposed to be seeing and what you're pretending to see and so forth versus the final product. When you watch that, is it always like, oh, or did you visualize it that way, or is it?
Well, yeah, he gives you computer graphics of what you're going to do. So if you're in a car, he's going to say, you turn left and here's what you'll see. So he has it all mapped out, but of course it's not done. You're not seeing it on the big screen with all the, millions of dollars you're paying for the very, very best special effects that the world's ever seen. So it's always pretty stunning when you see it for the first time, but you have an idea of what it's going to be.
Is it ever the complete opposite of what you were imagining?
No,
it's complete.
It's always much better. Yeah.
And as technology, as you go with these green screen movies and so forth, has it gotten better? Is it just exact same thing when you go into it? It's basically using your imagination, or
it's pretty much the same. I think if you do one of those movies where they're making you into a computer-generated character and trying to mimic your face and things, all those things. But I think that's just more for directors to be obsessed about stuff, because you still have to tell a story with people, and you still have to care about the characters. So it's really it becomes pretty basic, which is at the end of the movie in the third act, it's me and Amanda sitting in a car talking. There's no special effects.
Yeah. Why is it that we love disaster movies so much?
I think because they release a lot of your fears about the future, and they get you to the point where after the worst has happened, and you cut through all the BS, and everybody sort of treats each other with respect and realizes there aren't any divisions between people, and it sort of gets you to that place without having to go through a real disaster.
Yeah.
So I think people, hopefully want to believe that human nature is basically good, and people will take care of each other or try to. So it sort of affirms a lot of things about you hope about people.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.